Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
So it's down to business here.
Well, five at the back, Jim. It does feel fairly defensively oriented, this formation.
Well, you could say it's a lineup that's all about creating positive transitions. The lack of width in midfield with just three in there makes the role of the fullbacks more crucial, or wing-backs. You have to have them constantly push up, forcing opposition players back and giving your team a little more freedom.
Easier said than done.
That's right, but it does work very well, provided you have the right players to pull it off.
Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I don't think we've seen a dribbler as good as this guy, Vinicius Junior, in some time. His favourite move is to receive the ball in a wide position, attract defenders his way, where he can turn them and just leave them behind and have a clean run at goal. He's a very tricky customer and getting better week by week.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there.
Pinches it off him. And the pass is intercepted. Valverde. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. João Neves. Nice defending, physical and effective. Palmer wriggles his way through. Gravenberch.
Oh, important interception.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Looking to...
He's had a shot! And it's a goal! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Madrid are in front now. The game's only... And the shots! He scores! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed...
He's gone for goal! Fantastic from Gravenberch! A finish right from the top draw! And they're back in front! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? That is lovely. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Gravenberch. Approaching the half-hour mark. Great ball, and he's in here. Bellingham. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. James. Spain finding their passes.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Mbappe. That's an excellent interception.
Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And here's Mbappe. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Ndika gets across to intercept that. And it's Cucurella. He is through here. Cleared without hesitation. Gravenberch. James. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. He's given the time to pick a pass. Konate does really well to win the ball there. And he's intervened well there. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Now it's Mbappe.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Mbappe. Decent chance! It's in! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal. And it's half-time here. Madrid are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides. What a good half. They've gone blow for blow, and it's 2-2. And we are already promptly back underway. Gravenberch. Now Mbappe. Passing nice and neat. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Lukaku. And it's Cucurella. Chooses to go back. Now that looks a decent ball. That has not gone well. Bellingham. Cucurella gets into a good position. Now it's Gravenberch. The ball goes in. He's done well to get that clear.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Bellingham. And he was quick to react. Palmer. Just about within shooting range.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cucurella. Mbappe. Knocks it into space. And it's Cucurella.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Now it's Lukaku. And it's Valverde. And here's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! It's there! And they've got their lead back. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 7.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
El dorsal 38.
Madrid take the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
El dorsal 22. El dorsal 16.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Spain have themselves a corner, I think. Yes, they do.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Di Marco goes short. And here's Di Marco. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Spain have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Good pressure, determined, intense. And this is Dembele. Yildiz. Now it's Haaland. And he whips it in. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now it's Guirassy. Di Marco. Oh, that's delightful. Great vision. And he's made sure that's not getting through. He can get that clear. Van Dijk.
Spain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Spain can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Might be danger here. Can he finish? Well, that is commitment to the cause. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Corner number 3 coming up. Koundé attempts a clearance. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Madrid have the chance to go the other way. And that is a little undercooked. Searching pass is played there. Konate. Looking for options for movement. And he's there to belt it away. Forwards and with intent. Now Subimendi. Yildiz. Van der Ven kept his eye on it, and he's there.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now? They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Spread it left. Madrid moments now away from seeing this one out. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He has found a way through, and it's a corner. Yamal plays it short, and it's Koundé. Alisson chooses to deal with it himself, and that is that. Madrid have emerged victorious in this match of thrill. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And as you can see, we've already started here. So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
It's going to be another throw. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, this player, Gravenberg, is someone I can't decide whether he's a 6, an 8 or a 10, Peter. He basically plays all of those roles in every game. And, of course, he
Shapes to shoot! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
Looking to play him in.
Oh, no joy this time.
Mbappe.
Ndika calmly anticipates. And it's Bellingham.
Oh, good spread. And he's picked it up out wide. James could try cutting it. He rises! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Tries to play it through. Great chance! João Neves. Still goalless at the moment. Mbappe. He's picked his way through. Played out to the left flank. Mbappe! Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Palmer. And Cucurella.
João Neves. João Neves carries the ball down the right. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Cucurella is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Cucurella goes on a charge down the left. Oh, that was vital.
Ndika
Gets rid without sophistication. That's gone for a throw-in. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Oh, nice touch. Big chance! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome. Can he spark a counter here? And here's Mbappe. Vinicius Junior. Good claim, no margin for error there. Vinicius Junior was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
And he's had it nicked away.
Gravenberg.
And it's Cucurella.
Mbappe. Could move up a gear here. Mbappe. Looking for the run. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Mbappe! And somehow it stayed out.
Cucurella.
0-0, but nevertheless a very decent game. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Vinicius Junior really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Can he get on the end of this? He has found a way through.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Oh, perfectly measured that. Haaland! And the finish! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close.
Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. Haaland. Can he get it through? Van Dijk, gently done. Haaland might just make this. And it's Neves. And here's Haaland. James.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Neves. Great defending, strong and determined. Gravenberg with the foul.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Mbappe receives it in a good position here. And he's taking no chances there. Oh, that is a nice touch. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Well, that looks a good ball through. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Cucurella. Now, can they get him away? And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Danger averted for now. And it's Cucurella. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Distributed tidily. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Corner number 2 then.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 9, el dorsal 10, el dorsal 87, el dorsal 7.
They've played it short.
8, el dorsal 2. Serán sustituidos
And
por
now a sudden
el
chance to counter.
45, el dorsal 21.
Has a look and plays it forward.
El dorsal 22.
And he
el
shoots! It's there! The breakthrough strike! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Madrid have taken the lead.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Rice. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Oh, important interception.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Spain appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Van Dijk. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist, Peter, in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
Guirassy touches it back.
Well, to be honest, I think I would have done that too.
Now that looks a decent ball, and he's got his cross in. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And he's there to belt it away. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Played back. Aims beyond the defence. Shoots! He has done it! Spain are all square. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Spain really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Out towards the flank. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. 5 minutes left on the clock. Now it's Guirassy. And here's Szoboszlai.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well read, and the danger is averted. Yamal knocks it into space. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
All the way back. Gravenberg does really well to win the ball there. Yamal just eases him off the ball. Gravenberg threads one in. Looking for a runner. Hot chance for a shot! And with that, the final whistle. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and out. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
Lukaku gets flagged offside. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And they can counter here. Now it's Mbappe.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Tries to play it through. Haaland. Can he get it through?
Oh, that was vital.
Look at the space here.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Romelu Lukaku, his physical characteristics are very impressive. They're always likely to attract the most attention, of course, but for me, it's not just that he's big and he's quick, it's his willingness to go direct with the ball at his feet, to take his man on, be brave and just head for goal. That's what makes him quite lethal.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. And that could set him on his way. He's got away.
Now, can he find a finish?
He's had a shot! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Lukaku!
And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Gravenberg is there, and he can pick it up. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cucurella. He's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Mbappe. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
And the counter is on.
And it's James. Now it's Neves. And he's managed to get free.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Cucurella.
He's got two! He's got a goal! And they're at it again in double quick time!
Broad smiles all round. It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
Spain are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe! Oh, split-second reaction.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Shot a goal! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
A case now of complete control.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you,
He's gone for goal! It's a loose, and it's come back out to him. Valverde. Madrid are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. And this is Lukaku. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot! It's in! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So is this the start of a comeback? Now it's Mbappe. Nice sequence of passes, this. And he has been fouled there.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's had it taken off him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. It's a threatening ball. And he gets rid in a hurry. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. Oh, what a climb! He has done it! And the lead is extended. And we hit half-time.
A continuación, se podrán ver en el marcador estadísticas detalladas sobre la primera parte. Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 87
And we're off again.
será reemplazado por...
Well,
el
things
dorsal
just haven't
32.
quite clicked, Peter, have they? They're behind and they deserve to be, but they've had a chance to regroup now, so we'll see how they come out at the start of the second half.
Rice. Well, that looks a decent ball. Now it's Mbappe. He has found the way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Palmer. Gravenberg. Aims beyond the defence. He's found the way through. Ball's over the line, and it is a corner.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
Both sides
10
then taking this chance
será
to turn to their
sustituido por
benches.
El dorsal 11. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Ndika tries to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Konate has a look and plays it forward. Pinches it off him. Mbappe!
Oh, great feat, that.
It could be in here. Oh, shooting chance! It's there! It is no contest. It is a landslide. And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
There's the whistle. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference? Oh, it's gone in!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Palmer. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Quality ball. Spain are looking to break at pace. Konate calmly anticipates. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Spread out to the left. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cucurella. And here's Bellingham. And he's cut it out. Palmer.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That's been cut out, well played. João Neves. Looking for the run. That's been slipped through. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Cucurella. Cucurella made a surge from full-back, as it turned out unsuccessfully. Cucurella. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And it's Valverde. Mbappe receives it in a good position here.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. Lukaku really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Cucurella. And Ndika. Koundé. It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Chance, surely! They've done it! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
That was a given. It always was.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
João Neves has given away a free kick. Now it's Lukaku. Mbappe! Mbappe! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And the counter is on. Now it's Haaland. Threads one in. Palmer. Can he get it through? Ndika cuts it out. Cucurella. Palmer. Vinicius Junior. And here's the chance to counter. Gravenberg. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. João Neves. Lukaku.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Mbappe. Lukaku providing an outlet on that flank. And it's Cucurella. He can run onto that. And he's away. Real. And the shot! He can get that clear. João Neves. And here's Mbappe. Looking tidy in possession here. He's made sure that's not getting through. It's a promising position. Produces a cross.
Oh, that's a cracking ball.
There's the whistle for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Cucurella. Now this could be a chance. And it's Neves. Haaland. Now it's Mbappe. Palmer. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now, can they get him away? Oh no, that was never going to make it. Valverde. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. João Neves. Bellingham. Konate. Out to the left it goes. Deep cross. He rises! Goal! Spain! Into the lead once more.
Broad smiles all round.
It is indeed a fine, fine header.
Yeah, but I think most of the credit has to go for the ball into the box, Peter. Just came in at the perfect time and the perfect angle.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 9.
Spain can now introduce the first of their substitutes. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Played into space. He's had a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Now it's Yildiz. It's a really well-measured ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but...
Shoots! It's hit the upright. And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
El dorsal 8, el dorsal 2 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 32, el dorsal 23. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio.
And the shot! He scores! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Spain go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Madrid still have the cards to affect this game. Guirassy.
Rice.
That has not gone well. Indica. And Gravenberch.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Dembele.
De Jong. Rice.
Tries to play it through. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
That is good strength.
Oh, what has happened here? Big chance! Yes! And they are pulling clear here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking.
Great chance! It's a goal! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
Shoots! Goal! The ideal start!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Lovely, now then. Nice interception, well timed.
Bellingham. Cucurella.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Oh, he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick.
Ndika. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Cross to the back post. It's in! 2-0 and in next to no time.
Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Palmer.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Ndika makes the interception. And he's had it nicked away. Pass somewhat off target.
Looking to play him in. And that has left him in a heap. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there.
Koundé.
Mbappe.
Matheus Cunha.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And here's Palmer.
Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mbappe. Good read, needed to be.
And that was very necessary.
Driving forward.
Now it's Bellingham. Threads one in. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Thuram. Mbappe. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, he's burst through! Deftly away. And that's been won straight back.
James. And Gravenberch. And it's Neves.
He's on it. Bellingham! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Bellingham has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Cucurella.
It's a good run down the left-hand side. Oh, what a mistake! Crosses it in. And that should get the job done. Looking for options for movement. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And there's green grass ahead of him. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And here's Palmer. Matheus Cunha. Gravenberch. Searching pass he's played there. And he cuts out the supply. Palmer. João Neves. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That is good alertness. And they can counter here. James. Mbappe. That's tidy. Swings in across. Tries to get it clear. Goes for a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Madrid 3-0 up at the break, precisely as they would have dreamt it. And we're underway again. Now it's Matheus Cunha. He has found the way through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Gravenberch. And it's Cucurella. Cucurella. And it's Gravenberch. Mbappe. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Gravenberch. Gravenberch making good progress on the right-hand side. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Oh, that's an excellent interception. João Neves. Now James. Now it's Haaland. And it's James. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. James is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Spain appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that...
It's a mighty effort! Read the delivery beautifully. They've got the finish all wrong.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
So,
2.
time for changes
El
on
dorsal
both
2.
sides, actually.
El dorsal 87. El dorsal 7. El dorsal 9. El dorsal 10. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 16.
Madrid
el dorsal
really do
32,
look to have it all sewn
el
up
dorsal
here.
13,
He
el
has a look
dorsal
up.
22, el dorsal
Time and
11,
again they are
el dorsal
repelled.
21.
Well, there's
Se va a
contact there
realizar un
one way
cambio
or
de
another.
jugadores.
Oh, it's a penalty. Madrid presented with a golden opportunity here. The chance to pull further clear. Oh, he saved it!
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's a throw. Oh, good steal, he just read it. Tries to play it through, thinks about the shot. Tries a shot! No mistake! Comfort, yet more comfort, easing away. It was... and that's it. Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Recordamos a nuestros espectadores
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
So, Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting you...
And the shot! Goal! Spain! And it's Spain who take the lead. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Hernandez cuts it out. And they can counter here. Konate gets over and intercepts. Can he get on the end of this? The ball is loose and the chase is on. He's got Guirassy! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Koundé getting this one clear. Yamal. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Now it's Thuram. Distributed tidily. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. Cucurella. Hernandez gets across to intercept that. And it's Neves.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Terrific header! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. Crossed in once more. This looks promising. Oh, that's fabulous. James got a long way forward to join the attack. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And back to the keeper they go.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's a sharp little ball here. Palmer.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Spain applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that
Goes for a shot! Great effort, beautifully taken.
that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Well timed, excellent interception. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Has a look and place it forward. Palmer. Now it's Palmer. Gravenberg gets it clear. Well, they've got it again. Gravenberg. João Neves. Can he get it through? Now it's Guirassy. He's through, it's one-on-one. Shoots! And it's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Mbappe! And he's made sure that's not getting through. Bellingham could move up a gear here. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Half-time getting close now. And here's Thuram. Palmer. He's having a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And that was somewhat errant. Oh, what has happened here? Bremer. James. Indica. Thuram might just make this. And it's Gravenberg. And it's Cucurella. Tries to pass it through. Bellingham. It's just beyond his reach. And that'll be the final action of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Se espera tráfico denso tras el partido. Por favor, circulen con precaución.
So off we go once more.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's found a way past. He's had a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Simplicity itself.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Spain find a position of real strength now. Palmer producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he has shown him a yellow card.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
Both sides
7,
then taking this chance
el
to
dorsal
turn to their
77,
benches.
El dorsal 21. El dorsal 2.
That's very
Serán
neat.
sustituidos por el dorsal 22. El dorsal 41.
There's a beautiful
el dorsal
simplicity about this
45,
contest.
el
Willing
dorsal
running on one
22,
side,
cambio de
dogged defence on the other. Nice control. That is good strength. Cucurella, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Madrid are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Fires it in low. And that has been clubbed away.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 8 será reemplazado por el dorsal 32. Se va a realizar un
Gravenberg.
cambio de jugadores.
Vinicius Junior. Now it's Lukaku. Looking for options for movement.
Pretty robust defending.
Yildiz showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that interception was most necessary. Big chance! And he hits the net! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? Threads one in. That looks a good ball through. Yildiz. He's on it, can he get away? And he's got his cross in. Alisson deals with that, nice and simple.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal
There's going to be another
38.
change here.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
And here's Yildiz. Oh, easy pickings there. Rice. Zubimendi. And here's Yildiz. That's good play. Now that looks a decent ball. Rice. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Pete.
And the shot! He's got a goal! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Valverde does well to get it back. And no, that is pretty much the end of that.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He has found the way through. Now it's Thuram. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Madrid are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Oh, this is a great... And he shoots! Goal! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Time for a change in personnel. So, time for a potential game changer.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
And he can clear it away. And that's a simple one for the keeper. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. DiMarco.
Habrá 5 minutos de descuento.
He's going to be disappointed with that. 5 minutes to add. Chance here to counter. Madrid do have a chance to counter here. Back into the middle. And here's Yildiz.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Taken back almost at once. That's that, the end. Madrid were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.